Hi, I'm Christina Shonkwiler, Program Assistant for the West Coast Constellations Intensive. And I'm chatting today with faculty member Francesca Mason-Boring. Hi, Francesca.
Hi, thank you, Christina. I really am excited about this. Thank you.
So happy to see you. We are talking about the 6th annual West Coast Constellations Intensive, which is happening from June 1st through 5th, 2022, live and in person in San Rafael, California. So Francesca, the theme for the intensive this year is rest, reconciliation, reconnecting, returning to soul. Can you tell us a little bit about what that theme means to you?
Oh, it means so much. And I think that it will really be a very safe and very inviting container for the folks that are drawn to this gathering, this circle, I could say. It really is about, with the different experiences that people have had and the isolation that people have experienced in the last couple of years, being able to come together with the framework of systems constellation to really reconnect and to take care of ourselves, to find out, particularly with systems constellation, what are the tremendous number of tools that are available to us through this work that can actually help us restore. And the other part will be that there is so much restoration in seeing each other, in being able to share with each other and be together. And I'm extremely grateful that we will have that opportunity. I appreciate that Leslie is creating that space.
Yes, yes. And you will be co-facilitating, as you mentioned, with Leslie Nips and Shavasti. And each of you will be doing workshops, individual workshops for the group. And can you tell us a little bit about your workshops, Francesca?
Sure. There are two. We have the opportunity, of course, in the cohorts. We will be facilitating constellations individually with the folks who are there. But in the workshops, we really hope to share with people some of the options through constellation work that will help to restore them and give a new sense of connection. Mm-hmm. So one of the workshops is on body, mind, spirit, and really being clear about what are the resources that we have for each of those. So that will be a really wonderful opportunity for people to evaluate and to embody what is it that actually carries me well, what really does reinforce me and give me what I need to be able to do the things that I feel called to do. The other is nature constellation workshop, and that's going to be a wonderful experience where people can, through nature and our human family, be able to really explore some very beautiful aspects of connection. So I'm excited about both of them. I think that that will be a good opportunity for people to be filled.
Mm. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear about not only connecting to each other and with each other, but with nature as well. I look forward to that. So what has been most significant? What has been like the most significant attraction to the Constellations work for you over the years?
From the very beginning, it was the parallels with Indigenous thinking. Mm-hmm. So the very deep-rooted connection that we have and support that we have from our ancestors, looking at things like respecting elders, respecting those who came first, acknowledging those who came first, so that contrary to our emphasis on individuation, there really was something that was familiar to me that really was very parallel to most wisdom traditions and Indigenous traditions, and actually the roots that all of us have. which is a place where we really felt shored up by those things that are actually a part of our DNA that hold us and carry us and that have brought us this far. So it's something that from the very beginning was such an attraction because so few disciplines even spoke about that. Every um, other modality that I looked at felt very lonely, but with family systems constellation, and then the very natural expansion where pretty soon we saw, yes, I am connected to my family. Yes, I am connected to my ancestors. Yes, I'm connected to the place that they came from. And yes, I'm connected, excuse me, to the land that I'm standing on. So, so just this aspect that there was such respect for and such an honoring of connection was just like a magnet for my heart. Yeah. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah, thank you for that answer. So what's got you most excited about constellations these days?
Wow. One is that we can come together again. That is something that I think we really missed. So that we can begin again to come together and be in circle. And really, Zoom has been such a wonderful tool. We could see that the field is everywhere, but the human connection and being able really to be in proximity and see each other face to face is something that I'm very excited about. So that's very present. The other things, I love that we're beginning to understand that with systems constellation, we can also look at what's emerging. So what's emerging in occupation, what's emerging in communities, what's emerging on the planet. So that we really bit by bit start to see the scope of the possibilities of the work is just tremendous to me. And then, of course, one of the things that I really dearly love, and I hope it'll be out soon. I'm finishing a book on nature constellations because there's such an increase of understanding that nature is one of our resources and we are connected to it. And actually, the pandemic is something that brought that to the fore, that many people who had to be isolated could still go outside and be nurtured by nature and reinforced and lean against a tree and feel the ground. So that nature is beginning to find its way in all aspects of constellation work, family constellation, environmental constellation, organizational constellations. How are we missing money by not including nature in the programs that we have and in our staff support, et cetera? So those are just two things. There are so many, but those are just two of the things that I'm very, very excited about in terms of what's coming up and what's in front of us. Yeah.
It's very inspiring. I look so much forward to more.
Well, I'm going to be happy to see you in person, and everyone who feels called to be in the circle. I really am holding an open place in my heart, and I'm excited to see you. Thank you.
Yeah. And we have been talking with Francesca Mason-Boring about the West Coast Constellations Intensive, which is in San Rafael, California on June 1st through 5th of 2022. And you can find out more information by visiting www.westcoastconstellations.com. We hope to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye-bye.